play. I'm sure Rob McLean's pleased. Ed is down with him in the matchroom.
Thanks, Trevor. I'm here joined with Rob McLean, the winner of the first semi-final. How do you think that game went for you?
Didn't think I played particularly well, to be honest. I thought my finishing saved me because he had more shots than me, but I only had one shot off target out of 9, so I thought I played quite rubbish, but the chances I did get I put away, so I think I deserved to win it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Asim has come from nowhere. It's his first proper professional tournament. How do you think he did?
I think he done well, but because it's an Xbox, I feel like I'm kind of playing with a handicap, if that makes sense. But at the same time, he's obviously not played in something like this before, so obviously he maybe feels a bit more pressure than me, or maybe he doesn't feel any pressure at all, I don't know, but yeah, I think he's done well today.
So you're feeling quite confident for the final? I mean, you've got two guys who are also quite highly ranked. How do you think you're going to do against them?
Rubbish. No, I've played them both. I've played Jigan in a few finals. I think I've beaten once and he's beat me quite a few times as well. Me and Mark have played in about 10 million finals, and I'm still not going to get over the fact he's beat me after I've been 3-0 up in a final. I don't know, I would say most people will probably say I'm the favourite, but in my head I genuinely don't think I'll be the favourite for it, so it'll be a good game though, both good players.
Thanks very much, Rob. Handing back to Paul Vale in the studio.
Thank you, Ed. Quite incredible scenes there. 4-2 it finished. It could have gone either way for a long part of that match. It did end with a Chelsea victory, with Rob McLean taking it 4-2. Steve, how do we follow that?
What a game. I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat. We were on our feet watching it. Superb commentary by Trevor, added a lot to it, but yeah, a thriller. Early goal, comeback, had it all, had everything.
It really did. We can actually look at the tail of the game here. This was quite a shock early goal for Asim Tanvir, wasn't it? Quite incredible strike there from the edge of the area. 1-0 up. I don't know if Rob didn't really know what was going on there. He worked his way back into the match. I think this was the first of his goals. Was that Rob in there that got that one?
Yeah, that was the equaliser on 20 minutes. But he kept his head. It's a very early goal, but you know he knows he's got time. Just stuck to his guns and.
Second goal there. That's another incredible strike from Rob. He was talking about his stats there. Didn't have too many on target, but the ones he did put away, they really counted, didn't they? This was 2-2 right before the break. Now, for a long time during the second half, it could have gone really either way. Breakaway goal, I think this was Lampard that put this one in. No, it was Robin, that was Robin's second. And here comes the fourth. This was 4-2, this really put it to bed, didn't it?
Absolutely, but I mean credit to Tanvir. He's not played before. He can walk out unbowed.
He really can. Great celebrations there. Rob McLean, he was the pre-match favourite. He has come through a very, very tricky first semi-final. We'll see how the other semi-final goes after this short commercial break. Please don't go away. Konami's outstanding soccer sim. Steve, we've had one semi-final already. Incredible affair. 4-2 it ended. Great game.
Astonishing game, yeah. I mean, I just wonder how this one's going to live up to it. That had everything, that game.
It really did. James McLean really coming through. He is the #1 ranked player and now a clear favourite for the title, isn't he?
You would say so after that, yeah. I mean, he was obviously given a huge scare by the qualifier, Asim, but now he'll be setting his sights on the final. Could be coming up against his old mate Mark Gardner.
He really could. We do have the second semi-final coming up very shortly. That's between Mark Gardner and James Anderson. What we're going to do now is have a quick look at the players before we go any further. First up, that's Mark Gardner there. He's also from Scotland, a very good friend of Rob McLean. He supports Motherwell, although he's from Hamilton, which is very close. Gaming history, started playing Pes on the Super Nintendo. Rivals, Rob McLean, obviously a local rival, and they met in the North versus South 2006 finals. Mark won that day, but Rob won the overall season. Second up, this is James Anderson, a local lad. He's from South London and works as a product manager. He's 24 and strangely supports Newcastle. He's also been a commentator for the European and UK finals. Great rivals are Oz, who went out in the quarter-finals. So there we go, it's Man U and Chelsea coming up in the semi-final. Steve, where's your money on this one?
So Gardner's got to be favourite, although Anderson had a resounding 6-2 victory. Anderson obviously being the tactics man. He's the guy who spent 15 minutes setting his team up. Whether that will give him the little edge remains to be seen.
It was. He did seem to have a slightly easier route to the semi, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean Gardner had a huge scare against the qualifier.
Against an unknown seed, wasn't it?
Lee Johnson, yeah. 1-0 down, just about scraped it. Could have gone to 2 or hit the inside of the post in the last few minutes.
Okay.
So he'll be hoping,
Well, I'll just put a reducer on you there, Steve, and play a Hollywood ball over to Trevor in the commentary booth. Where do you see this one going, Trevor?
It's very difficult to predict, I think, to be honest, Paul. I mean, we've mentioned that Gardner had it really tough in his quarter-final. Just a question how much of that's taken out of not just him, but his players as well. Anderson, we know he breezed through 6-2, but it was no real test. This will be a far stiffer examination for him.
And Man U Chelsea, really should be a good game, shouldn't it, Trev?
Well, to say there's no love lost between them, Paul, is something of an understatement. I think we could be in for a particularly feisty affair. Might be a few cards flying about here.
Yeah, let's hope for a clean one here, but let's go straight to the match with Trevor.
Look at the tactical lineups there. You can see Robin and Shevchenko, the preferred strike force for James Anderson's Chelsea team. And we're just about ready. Another capacity crowd here. Can this second semi-final come anywhere near the first in terms of excitement? Manchester United playing in the red, of course, attacking the goal away to our right for Mark Gardner. James Anderson is controlling Chelsea. Ricardo Carvalho controlling the rest of his defenders by the look of it. United throw then, which Giggs will take from some way below the away from the touchline. Here's Michael Carrick. Still Carrick's a great run. That speculation earlier in the season that United had done their dough when they spent 17 million on him from West Ham. Here's Louis Saha, but he's offside. One thing that he will have to watch on his controls, Mark Gardner. We know James Anderson likes to play an offside trap. Perfect example of it there. Carvalho with the free kick for Chelsea. Up goes Ashley Cole, beaten to it in the air. It's come from Makelele and now Arjen Robben for James Anderson's Chelsea. Joe Cole. Lampard for Joe Cole. A little bit wide, Joe Cole. Good defending from United. That's really well marshalled by Mark Gardner. James Anderson, who had a great comment on the questionnaire that we give these players to fill out. I'll tell you about that in a moment, because there's danger here, and it's in! Chelsea have stolen it from the corner. Andrei Shevchenko, and James Anderson is in front early. Bit of a scramble, and Shevchenko just picks up the pieces. Telling you how confident James Anderson was. He said on his questionnaire, who is your preferred opponent? His reply, I don't care, I'll win anyway. So far, he's as good as his word. He's won up here against Manchester United, managed by Mark Gardner. These two couldn't be further apart geographically, could they, in the British Isles? Gardner from Scotland, Anderson from South London. It's the great thing about Pes, brings players from so far away together. 3,000 miles, some of them in the European matchups we have. Here's Ronaldo. Makelele got back there, keeping close tabs on Terry. Too close a tab, really, because it was a foul. Free kick United. Ronaldo over the ball. Danger here. Bit of an anti-climax. Smashed into Carvalho in that Chelsea wall. Here's Scholes. Well, I'll tell you what, I thought there might be a few tackles flying in, and the referee quite rightly has stamped on it early. Shevchenko upending Scholes in the most cynical of fashions. Now, who's going to take the set piece? Looks like Ryan Giggs. It's the correct side for a left-footed player, but similar result. Straight into the wall. I think Mark Gardner is going to have to get his free kick sorted out. And then look at that. Carrick is going to be the third player into the book, and we've only played barely 15 minutes or so. Not even that, only 10 minutes. This could end up 9-aside, you know, the way it's going. Michael Ballack. Pretty much sworn enemies, aren't they, Chelsea and Manchester United? And so far we can see why. Lampard's ball through. Goalkeeper a little slow in coming there, Van der Sar. Got there in the end. This is Ronaldo. To Wayne Rooney. All the controversy of the World Cup, of course, Wayne Rooney with Ronaldo, but that's all forgotten. And here's Saha. Offside again. It is a tactic of James Anderson. Just to play that offside track and try and catch Gardner out. He did it successfully there. This is Scholes. Bit of time for the former England man. Now Rooney, very much a part of the current England setup. Essien to Cole. Available again for England after that horrible injury he suffered. Cole again. He's got two defenders towards him. He's dragged them away, and the goalkeeper nowhere near the cross. Van der Sar struggling hopelessly, and he was indebted to the defenders in front of him to get him out of trouble. Here's Ballack. Shevchenko, nice play from Chelsea. Shevchenko, was he pushed? No. Referee had a good look at that. of appeals from Chelsea players, nothing given. Rooney. And now stopped by John Terry, and he's given it away to Wayne Rooney. Mistake from the England captain. Can Rooney take advantage? He's wide. Stayed in play somehow. Mark Gardner may be a little disappointed. He didn't take advantage, but he still might. This is Giggs. Gardner keeping the pressure on, and Ronaldo, from almost under the bar, has somehow headed it over the top. Gardner can't believe it. Still, Chelsea, controlled of course by James Anderson, with that 1-goal advantage. Here's Ballack. He's got Joe Cole out wide. James Anderson did well to stick a man out there where there was no defender, but Giggs has come back, of all people, and dispossessed him. Going to be on his mettle here, Mark Gardner, against a Chelsea side that we've seen James Anderson likes to push players wide, and he's benefited from that tactic so far. Here's Rooney though. He's onside this time. Might have to go on his own. Oh, well, if anyone can, he can. And so can Mark Gardner. Wonderful finish from Rooney, and United are back in it. He is a player that goes through purple patches, Wayne Rooney. Took that supremely well. Really well worked, wasn't it? Carrick involved, so too Ronaldo, and Rooney did the rest. Wonderful control there from Mark Gardner. Knew exactly what he was doing. Passed his way round James Anderson's Chelsea. So one apiece midway through the first half. Anyone's game for the right to play Rob McLean in the final. Essien. Joe Cole is onside. The flag came and Cole's taken down. Must be a penalty. A yellow card for Wes Brown, and a great chance here for Chelsea to go back in front. Oh, well, a big red. It's Lampard, it's 2-1. Buried it past Van der Sar. No question about James Anderson's penalty-taking technique. That was superb. Van der Sar went the wrong way, but I don't think he'd have saved it in any case. Top corner. So what a response from James Anderson after United had headed back to 1-1. Re-establishes his lead almost straight away. Here's Ji-sung Park to Scholes. Sahar must be offside, yes. For about the 4th time in the first 25 minutes, Lewis and that. Something that Gardner's going to have to watch. He can't keep squandering these attacking opportunities because Sahar's drifting away in a world of his own. Lampard. Sahar again. Can't be offside his own half. Terry. Makelele. Spell of sustained possession won't do James Anderson's Chelsea any harm here. This is Cole. Away from Scholes with a minimum of fuss, but United have smuggled it back, and here's Rooney again. Chelsea are going to have to get to him, and they might struggle. Goalkeeper's coming out. Wayne Rooney! I think he just saw the defender on the right-hand side of the corner of his eye, and it might just to put Mark Gardner off there as he went to strike for Rooney. Now, Joe Cole apparently has taken a knock, and that is not good news. So Cole is off, and Sean Wright-Phillips is the preferred substitute of James Anderson. It's a real blow to Chelsea because Cole was having an excellent game, and his horrible season of injuries continue. Whether he'll be fit again for the final if Chelsea get there, we'll have to wait and see. Wright-Phillips trying to find Lampard. Shevchenko. And still, good work from Andrei Shevchenko. Got a bit between his teeth now, James Anderson for Chelsea. Another decent cross. Manchester United at full stretch to defend this Chelsea onslaught. There was a deflection on that. Van der Sar, well, it didn't matter in the end because it was a goal kick. Giggs, now Essien. For Andrei Shevchenko and now Wright-Phillips. I have to say that James Anderson's Chelsea have been full value for their lead, and no offside here. Sean Wright-Phillips can make it 3-1. His first touch was a little heavy. Only a corner, could have been so much better. Just wonder whether James Anderson there, when he was controlling that, maybe saw the enormity of the situation. There's a header and it's wide. No one marked him. Another opportunity for Anderson. Michael Ballack it was. So good in the air, the German. He couldn't direct it on target. I don't think Van der Sar would have sniffed it if he had a done. Here's Robin. Makelele for Ashley Cole. Cole again. Chelsea are passing their way around United. Cole in a really advanced position. Still Ashley Cole. Oh, he set up a tap-in. One of the goals of the tournament so far. Scored from barely 5 yards, but wonderfully well created. Ballack in the end did the easy bit, but Ashley Cole took the pass from Lampard. And James Anderson really worked his play as well. Ballack just couldn't miss. How on earth can Mark Gardner come back from this? He's been battered in the first half. Very happy, I would imagine, to hear the half-time whistle as Jason Park plays it forward, intercepted by Essien. United are all over the place here. Here's Shevchenko. Forced a bit wide, and Mikel Silvestre tries to restore some kind of order for United. Tell you what, that linesman has been the most overworked man on the pitch. And look at that, Sahar has been caught offside a yard. Well, it's on the line, it can't be on the line because that would have been free kick, but I think Chelsea have been a bit naughty, they're moving it forward. But really, Louis Sahara's just got to wake up and smell the coffee because he's been offside about 8 times. Lampard for Robin. Ashley Cole, look how much space they're getting. Offside that time. But a warning. Well, he's not used to being so far forward. He was about 10 yards offside there, Cole. There's a left back for him. 5 minutes to go in the first half then, and it's been all Chelsea. Delight to watch. Not for Mark Gardner, though, because his United side have been on the back foot pretty much from the opening whistle. Just wonder whether he might find a couple of tactical changes. Ronaldo's the latest player in the book. It's just frustration. Find themselves on the wrong end of a 3-1 scoreline. Well, you haven't even got to half-time. Terry then will take the free kick for Chelsea. Park and Lampard almost ricocheted off the pair of them. Here's Essien for Wright Phillips. Newly on as a sub for Cole, and already confident enough to have a run at his marker and winning a free kick. So Lampard here with the chance to make it 4-1 before half-time. Well, the wall read the danger. They charged out. Lampard shot to a sea of red shirts. Brown. How can Mark Gardner marshal his troops, readjust and get himself back into the game? Here's Ballack. Not with passing like that, he can't. Makelele. I'll tell you what, there must have been at least 10 free kicks in the first half. We'll give you the stats shortly. Here's Ronaldo. Oh, he got past 2 there. Beautifully done. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Scholes. Was he fouled? No. If anything, Chelsea may be just getting the rub of the green as far as decisions, but to a large extent in Pes, you make your own luck. Giggs. Shevchenko. Referee just about got out the way, and here's Lampard. Needs some help in the middle. Well, he managed to get a decent cross in, and Roberts still might make something of it. Van der Sar in the end had to scramble off his line. Danger still not clear for United. A very, very one-sided first half. And James Anderson will be absolutely delighted with the way his team have played. Aside from United's equaliser, they've been on top the whole way. 8 shots United, 10 for Chelsea. They've been the more likely going forward. Look at that possession, 53, they've had the better of that. And 12 fouls and 4 yellow cards. Well, we expected nonetheless. Psychological warfare then between Gardner and Anderson. The face-off has begun. Second half in play. Wright Phillips for Sahara and now Giggs. Early goal for United in the second half would just give them some hope. Here's Scholes. Might have to go on his own. There was no angle. And Cech with a fairly straightforward save to make, always covering his near post, the big keeper. Ronaldo will take the corner for Manchester United. Couldn't get any power in his header, Rooney. And Cech with a safe catch. Half a chance, though, for Mark Gardner. Suspect that a set play might afford him his best opportunity to get back into this. Ronaldo. For Giggs. We went past Wright Phillips effortlessly there. Maybe the one thing that James Anderson will feel he has to work on, some of his defenders have just been guilty of dwelling on the ball, giving it away just like that. Carrick in for Sahar. He slipped his man and he just trod on the ball. Carvalho adjusted enough. Ronaldo will retrieve it for United. He's got support from Scholes, didn't need it. Lovely touch. Rooney. Oh, Wayne Rooney. Wasn't a difficult pass. I wonder if that's symptomatic of the lack of confidence that United have at the moment. Second best for virtually the entire contest. Here's Park though, the Korean. Rooney. No way through that time for Mark Gardner's Manchester United, but maybe he can make something of it. James Anderson will hope not. His goals. He's unmarked. He couldn't take advantage. Maybe too much time. In the end, he's got underneath it, skied it over the top of Czech's bar. Not what Mark Gardner wanted. A goal then for United would have put them right back in this. Here's Sahar for Scholes. Complexity of the game may have changed somewhat. United are enjoying much more possession. Should be a corner if it goes. Well, if that's gone the other way. No decisions either for United this afternoon. Here's Carvalho. Right, Phillips just about kept it in. Just wonder whether Mark Gardner is adopting a what we have, we hold approach here, trying to hang on to this 3-1 lead. Maybe extending it now, though, because here's Wright Phillips to the dead ball line. Oh, nearly no goal. That would have been disaster. Van der Sar just about fell on it on the goal line. 4-1 there. Well, they had no price, United, to come back. Rooney's offside. Well, you've got to say that's classic Pes defending from James Anderson. He got his three defenders to walk out in unison, and Rooney was caught 2 yards to the wrong side. Makalele. Ashley Cole. Seemed to have got his attacking verve back now. Oh, just wide on the far post. You can see from the expression of Anderson, he thought that was in. Andrei Shevchenko got goal side of his man, and he couldn't direct it on target. Here's Giggs. Second time he's beaten Wright Phillips without breaking sweat. Giggs has continued his run. Carvalho's got to come and shut him down here. Not the worst cross. Will be a corner this time already taken. That's the replay, I beg your pardon. It's fast and furious here. Now we have got the corner, which Ronaldo will take. With 5 in the middle to aim at. Near post free header, and somehow blocked on the line. Combination maybe of goalkeeper and or defender. Just about as close as United have come since they equalised a long, long time ago. Here's Carvalho. Terry. I think it may have gone into James Anderson's consciousness that trying to just defend a lead is maybe a dangerous tactic. We've still got 25 minutes to play. Makalele to Lampard. This is better. Arjen Robben. Still got a great cross in from a pretty acute angle there. Van der Sar's in no man's land here. Right, Phillips. When he saw Van der Sar off his line, no problem there in going for goal. It was on target. Van der Sar just managed to get back. Giggs for Scholes. They can't keep hold of the ball, United. Something that Mark Gardner will be acutely concerned by. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be Chelsea and Chelsea in the final. Unless, somehow, Mark Gardner can mount a comeback with his United side. Here's Makalele for Michael Essien. Good passing from the Blues. Terry, what's he doing up there? Ashley Cole might fancy a dip. Never scored for Chelsea, Ashley Cole, since that move from Arsenal. Here's Silvestre. Giggs has seen more of the ball in the second half, but really hasn't been able to do too much with it. Giggs again for Scholes. Louis Sahar. Michael Carrick. This is more like it. Rooney. Fouled. Now here's a chance for United. What can Giggs do? Can Mark Gardner? No, he can't. He's a Welsh playmaker, unable to bend the free kick round the wall. It is a really difficult skill in Pes to fire in a threatening free kick, but Gardner is an expert at his craft. Here's Sahar. Would at least have expected to work the keeper. Here's Rooney. Scholes! Great save by Czech. Who's first to it? Well, I think he now, Mark Gardner, but it ain't going to be his day. Ronaldo with the corner, though. Headed away by Carvalho. Ballack helps it on. Here's Shevchenko. Ballack again, full of running, the German captain. Andrei Shevchenko. Slow start to the season, of course, for Shevchenko, but he's really shown his class in the last few months. Here's Louis Saha for Cristiano Ronaldo, Premiership Player of the Year. Rooney, nice turn, made himself a yard, still Rooney. Bit of a heavy touch, allowed Carvalho to nick it off his toe. Shevchenko for Arjen Robben. Not got too much support here, Shevchenko. Had to hold it up, and then it was a rather tame shot come cross, which just fizzed out harmlessly for a goal kick. Not impressed there, James Anderson, but he is impressed by the scoreline, which shows his team leading by 3 goals to 1 with just 11 minutes left on the clock. Here's Park. Rooney, he's onside. Everyone stopped there, but there was no flag. And again, better control from Rooney. Might have made it 3-2. Mark Gardner will be disappointed. Here's Brown to Park. Now Scholes. This is Michael Carrick. He's been almost anonymous in the game, Carrick. Here's Rooney though. Here's a chance, and Rooney's buried it. There is still hope for Mark Gardner's Manchester United. Well, no wonder he wants to get the ball back. Terrific finish from Rooney. He's missed a couple today, but he buried that one. Maybe this is not over. Well worked by United. Carrick involved. And the ball played through by Saha for Rooney, who dispatched it into the top corner. Classy finish from the England man. James Anderson, for the first time, is a little anxious. He's got 8 minutes plus whatever's going to be added on for stoppage time to hold on. No doubt Sir Alex Ferguson will be tapping at his watch at a very early stage on the touchline. Here's Ballack. In for Essien. Nice turn from Michael Essien. Really is a tough man to knock off the ball, the Ghanaian. Shevchenko. The clock is on the side of James Anderson's Chelsea. 5 minutes to go. 3-2 the score. Place in the final at stake. Doesn't get much bigger than this on Pes. Free kick given. Foul on Frank Lampard, who wasn't impressed. And Ji-sung Park is another into the referee's notebook. That's why. Caught his man from behind. No chance of playing the ball. Are Chelsea going to waste time? Another foul there, but they have the advantage. Here's Ballack. Are they going to keep possession? Looks like it. Corner flag maybe is an option here. Or the old double bluff. Lampard. Ferdinand again with a poor challenge, and yet another card. He'll need a new pencil soon, the referee. Ferdinand, the player who caught him. Anderson's too fast with these tactics from Gardner. Here's Shevchenko. It's frustrating though, isn't it, when your opponents are wasting time when you're 3-2 down and in the dying minutes. Lampard, Chelsea keeping the ball well. Shevchenko, try to find Robben. Now then, can United break? We've got less than a minute on the clock. There will be some stoppage times left. Chelsea got a lot upfield here. It's almost a strategic foul. Lampard's turn to get booked. Just in case you're wondering, another yellow, and he wouldn't miss the final. Ferdinand with the free kick then for Manchester United in stoppage time. Might as well pump it long and push everyone forward. Ronaldo. Well, now's a great time to find some magic from him. In behind Rooney. And a free kick right on the edge of the box. We are going to get guaranteed excitement here. Makelele, just the latest to be shown the yellow card. Giggs has had one-sighter. And it's going to be Wayne Rooney. Why not? He's had his shooting boots on today. Trying to get the right angle. They've worked it short. Good save by Jack. The world #1 keeper may well have cemented Chelsea's place in the final. Just for a moment, Mark Gardner had hope. Saw it snuffed away by the big goalkeeper from the Czech Republic, Lampard. And that is the final whistle. A hard-earned victory for James Anderson's Chelsea. He was cruising at one stage, but it was a very, very nervy finish. After Wayne Rooney scored late on, he had 8 or 9 minutes to survive. Did that with the odd alarm, and he is in the final. Well, look at that. United with 17 shots to Chelsea's 13, but Chelsea it is who go through. And look at the bookings count. 8 yellow cards. We thought it would be feisty. Not that James Anderson will care. He's through to the final. He's down there talking with Ed.
Thanks very much there, Trevor. Here I'm joined with the second semi-final winner. It's James Anderson, who's playing as Chelsea. How did that game go for you?
It was probably the toughest game I've had all day, to be honest. It was, I know Marco, because I play with him like sometimes online and that, and he always plays a 3-5-2 system, which is hard to break down, so I was happy when I went 3-1 up. Then he got a 3-2 late in the day, and it was a well-fought win, to be honest, well fought.
Yeah, your tactics are quite unusual, but they seem to pay off then. I mean, what's the idea behind your tactics and that?
I tend to play basically a 2-6-2, but it's basically a 4-4-2, but it's basically a more attacking 4-4-2 instead, so I can get more possession. In that game, I think I got 56% of the ball, so that obviously enables me to try and build more moves, and that's the reason why I use it like that.
So you got Rob McLean in the next, as Chelsea as well, so you got a Chelsea versus Chelsea final. How do you think you're going to do against Rob?
Rob McLean's the UK #1, European #2, so to get a chance against him I feel privileged to play someone of his kind, to be honest, but let's see how I do. I'll give my best shot.
Well, best of luck to you. We'll go back to Paul Bell in the studio.
Thank you, Ed. Another incredible semi-final there. Another nail-biter, 3-2. Steve, what do we make of that?
Kind of a case of after the Lord Mayor's show after the first game, but I mean, we still had 5 goals, don't forget, but just not quite the excitement. And we've talked about Anderson's tactics. I mean, the number of offsides, it wasn't pretty, but, he's not here to entertain. He's here for 200 quid.
This does seem to be a tactic that some players use. Some people play the offside, some drop deep. James Anderson clearly one that prefers the offside.
Absolutely, I mean, and played it to a T. As Trevor said, Zaha was caught, Rooney was caught, and it stifled him and frustrated him. As you look at the number of bookings, 5 bookings for United.
Well, we can actually see those bookings now, along with the tail of the tape. Let's see how James Anderson actually did progress to the final. First goal coming up here. Shevchenko, great strike from the Ukrainian there. Second goal here, we can see, talk us through this one, please, Steve.
This
is Wayne Rooney there.
Yeah, just a quality finish from Rooney.
Leveller there, 1-1. Chelsea right back. This was a fairly bolt-on penalty, wasn't it?
Absolute sticker. I mean, lucky to stay on. There was another defender, but a lot of refs would have sent him off, I think.
Lucky to get away with just a yellow there. Lampard dispatched the goal, no problem. This was where James Anderson went 3-1. Never really looked like losing it for them. This was probably the goal of the tournament so far, isn't it?
Couldn't miss. But the work was done in the build-up.
Yeah, it was all about the build-up there. Ballack with the finish. This made it quite interesting towards the end. Great finish from Rooney. He had a fairly big stay there, didn't he, Steve?
He did, yeah. I mean, 2 great goals. A little bit of late hope, but wasn't to be. He had chances as well.
Handshake there from the winner. Well, there we go. James Anderson and Rob McLean will contest the final. Big handshake.